Welcome back, viewer. Are you sitting comfortably? I do hope so. I should point out that I am playing this in one solid block, and it's getting pretty difficult to think of new ways to say hello every half hour. Now, our nation is in an exciting place. We're so close to reaching our first victory condition, I can almost taste it. However, we're still quite far away, regardless of how it may seem. These territories, they need to be colonised, and that takes a lot of time. It's currently going to be 3 years before we get our next colonist. So we need to prioritise getting our stability up so we can get a different national idea, and from there begin colonising this region. It really is so close. All we need to do is take these provinces, form Malaya, get cores on these 3 provinces and everything else we own, and that's it. We just need to get there. I hope you're enjoying watching me struggle to select some ships here. And let's play a nice game of ping pong with the rebels. Now we've lost our Master of the Mint and incurred another rebellion. Only 5,000 troops. Can be easily handled. Right, well, first of all, I don't know what we're doing with a advisor working on our legitimacy. That is maxed out right about now. So let's get an artist to focus on stability. And another Master of the Mint. I don't like playing at this speed. I'm always worried of missing something important, like a huge revolution. But there's really nothing we can be doing now other than waiting. Okay, I'm pretty confident that we can handle any revolts that spawn. I mean, everywhere, well, in most provinces, the likelihood of rebels spawning are of the nationalist type, so they're not going to be able to be reinforced, meaning we can whittle away at them with our armies. So let's change our ideas to colonial ventures. This will give us a colonist every year, rather than every decade that we currently stand at. It costs us 3 stability, so we're going to be in pain for a while, but let's get going. There's our first one. Okay, an event I've not actually seen before. Conflict sometimes erupted following diplomatic insults. Okay, short and sweet, to the point. We'll get a diplomatic insult casus belli against Brunei. Or we can ease the tension and gain a significant bump to our relations between all of our neighbours, it seems. Our relations are terrible. I'm sure you can tell what I'm thinking here. Working out the cost of annexing these 3 provinces will come to 12, which will be, I'm scared to say it, but just under our limit. I'm sure you can remember what happened last time this happened. So, okay, let's completely ignore everything I was saying. and return to war. I was planning to form Malaya in order to get a casus belli on Brunei, but this seems as good a time as any. They've no allies. We do. What's the worst that can happen? Surabaya aren't happy with us going to war and they've risen up, so I'll have to leave our troops here for the time being, but that's fine. We've got 2 armies here to send in. I'm going to try and stagger their arrival, just so when the second group arrive, they'll be reaching them at a lower level of morale. And boy am I regretting losing the national idea that boosted our armies. Okay, that should be enough for now. It's just over a fortnight between the 2 armies arriving. And yes, we've gained our first colonist. I'm going to focus on getting this province self-sustaining to begin with. I think the sooner that happens, the sooner we'll uncover the rest of the territory here. Okay, Pegu have landed. They are running away and will escape with a day to spare. And we shall arrive on Christmas Eve. In fact, they're actually coming to us, so let's hold back and wait for them to arrive. Our colonists have succeeded, bringing our population up to 876. Need to get it to 1,000 before it will be self-sustaining. And we need to beat these rebels before we can reinforce our armies. Got a slider change too. I'll look into that later. Not sure how long that's been there. It's all becoming a blur. Okay, we've sunk the navy. Not gained any ships, however. I hope this godlike ruler survives. He's giving us a wonderful way to burn off infamy, and this ridiculously high limit is only possible because of him. Okay, that signals the end of the rebellion. Good, good. Let's get our troops up here. Now the main advantage of finishing off habiting these colonies won't be the increase of income or the variety of trade goods we could pick up. It is in fact having our name stretching across all of our territory. It will look pretty. I'm sure that uncovered territory is the only thing stopping that from happening now. This government is committed to the important things in a nation's life. Very close now to our target of 1,000 inhabitants. Now that's the last army chased away. We'll leave some troops and pursue. I'm sure the sieging army here can handle them, but why take chances? You've definitely not seen me do that in this Let's Play. So naturally, out of a possible 3 provinces, they're heading towards the one that has not got any troops in it. Although I should point out I do not feel the need to comment on that after last time. Taking these provinces will really increase the importance of taking these provinces, because we're going to need cores on them as soon as possible. And I'm fairly sure that forming Malaya will grant us cores on all of the provinces, and yeah, it's looking like it. I think, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 22 provinces, that's pretty much got to be all of them. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to the annexation. Again, they're fleeing to the unmanned province. More war that doesn't concern us. And another colonist. Let's hope for the best and get them sent off. They shall arrive in January. Wow, a week? That's ridiculously quick. Failed. Granted, they didn't have very far to travel from the capital. It's not like they were crossing the Atlantic or anything. But even so, go away. This should finish the army off. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Our colony has become self-sustaining. First things first, let's build a fort. And just wait for these lands to be uncovered. Okay! We own all the provinces. 12 infamy. Now let me get a calculator just to make sure. 32 plus 12 is 44, right? Yeah? Okay. Borneo is ours. Hooray! Let's wait for the rebellions. Absolutely going to require more troops here. I remember all too well how many rebels spawned here the last time. It's good to see we're not suffering any war exhaustion after that little fight. Okay, so we have 2 armies set to automatically hunt rebels. Very, very nearly all of the provinces we require. We've gained some benefits from being centralised. Thanks to our centralising policies, we are better able to control the administration of our state, yielding benefits for all. Until 1473, February, which appears to be about 6 months, we'll get a bonus to our national tax modifier of 2.5%. which should also affect the census tax we receive at the end of the year. Hooray! Let's hope this colonist has more success than its predecessor. Result. I can't believe already only 2 more provinces we need. We don't even need to have cores on them, we just need to own them. The settlement doesn't even need to be self-sustaining. It's that wonderful. Okay, 8 months before our next lot of stability. Let's dial down the funds, and yeah, July is a bit better. A whole month better. Ooh. I thought... okay. Never mind. There, 1.2. Never mind, let's just go stay positive. Revolt, 6,000. I hope my 10,000 men will deal with them. And in the meantime, that no one else pops up. It's quite funny when they head off and just before they arrive, 20,000 troops spawn in Brunei, intercepting them and murdering them all. Sunda has been uncovered. Fantastic news. We seem to have the situation in hand. Famous last words, of course. Now, we're not going to win this fight. I think that was obvious, but nationalists can't resupply, so any damage we do to them is permanent. They do seem to be doing well. Well, I am impressed. And we're not hunting them. We can wait for our morale to recover a little bit first. Yeah, we'll get there in November. That's 2 lots of resupply. That's more than enough for me. We have a colonist. Let's start clearing out the natives. Because we're awesome like that. We can all be really proud of ourselves. Our army certainly are doing well. And we're even going to reach Brunei first, before the rebels. Okay, the natives here rose up before we could even get comfortable. Failed. That's unfortunate. Sabah, where's that? 4,000 more on Borneo. Yeah, at least we're slowly whittling away the rebels. nice big numbers. One army down at least. Another colonist. Deficits in September. Oh, I see that instead of following the troops we've managed to whittle down to a weakened condition, we're going to ignore them and chase after the new army that's at full strength. I don't think so, guys. More war that doesn't concern us. Okay, several of the leading members of our government are deeply worried about some changes proposed to how the realm should be ruled. They demand a stop to such outrageous reforms based on our tried and proved traditions, naturally avoiding mentioning how the changes would impact their own power base. So lose government tech, which is hardly anything really, we've not got anything there to begin with. I'm sure you're aware that losing stability would be a disaster. The sooner we can get that up, the more taxes we'll have. Oh, we've learnt about the Ivory Coast. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but we'll deal with it. Ah, coffee will be produced in Denmark. That's a nice little trade good for us. We're just watching these guys now. There's not really anything else going on in the realm. In fact, let's bring in some help. This area's been behaving. Look at them, straight on it. It's actually reassuring to know that if you park a transport between an island, then your troops will cover that island. They'll use the transports automatically. I never knew that. Just 1,010 troops to go. Success. Now we should keep an eye on the colonial maintenance. If you have too many colonies developing at the same time, you can find yourself in financial trouble. Okay, we're 4 years away from having cores on these 3 territories. And a horrible, horrible event. With traitor armies having successfully occupied provinces in our sprawling empire, nationalist rebels in Bali think they can smell the blood and have joined the other malcontents in revolt. And we lost our general. It's a nice little double whammy. Fortunately our troops are being sensible and splitting up to deal with each problem. In fact, no they're not, they're heading back, okay. I think before we follow... No, we'll have to come back for that. Ah, revolt in Brunei, another 10,000. Are our troops okay? Yeah, full morale. They're practically reinforced. We're okay though, we just need to get our stability up and this will all become under control. So as long as we don't get wiped out too quickly. Like this. This is going terribly. And unfortunately we are in fact being pursued. Our boats were unable to get there in time to drag us out. Although they have changed their mind, so... indeed. More rebels in Brunei? 21,000 now? The more men you have in a siege, the quicker it will go, so it shouldn't be surprised to see that already Brunei is ready to fall. Another infamy-based event. With our reputation, our neighbours think we are the spawn of the devil and are all plotting our downfall. Nationalist conspirators are spreading lies and igniting rebel sentiment in Lampung. Same province again. It's a huge revolt risk. Yep, more problems in Borneo, everybody. Come on, die already. Okay, bit of Navy tradition. Sure, why not? These rebels have no chance of hurting me here, but they're a distraction. 8,000 troops we've got here that we're not able to use up where they're needed. Extremely frustrating. Yep, you flee to Brunei. Good luck to you. Ah, finally, they've been taken care of. Fish will be produced in Sunda. It's not the best product, of course. Ah, in fact, they're heading to Sabah. All, damn it, all 20,000 of them. 21,000 against almost 8,000 troops. Ah, we found common grounds with one of our neighbours in the fact that we share the same faith. Our relations have improved, and this can only be good for the future. So the relation between Makassar and Malacca have changed by 50. Bringing it up to 200. Okay, I'll just pause for a minute. I'll carry on playing, but I'll see you in the next video.